Before we get started, don't forget to grab something to eat at rrgsnacks.com, our online concession stand which has an assortment of barbecue brisket beef jerky, buffalo wing popcorn, and green apple licorice. Okay, now let's jump into this mess. Before meeting each other, New Jersey Senator Cory Booker and actress and political activist Rosario Dawson were living their separate lives and playing the field. Cory had been linked to Hollywood entertainment lawyer Bianca Levin, Instagram poet Cleo Wade, and Gayle King, to name a few. And Rosario had relationships with Jay-Z and actors Colin Farrell and Eric Andre. But the majority of her time was spent raising her daughter, Isabella, whom she adopted in 2014. Because he's never been married and he's quite secretive about his personal life, various publications have questioned Cory about his preference, as if it's any of their business. During a 2013 interview with the Washington Post, Cory said, "People who think I'm gay, some part of me thinks it's wonderful because I want to challenge people on their homophobia." By 2017, there were rumors that Cory had his sights set on the White House, and the possibility of him leading the nation led to questions about whether the nation was ready for a single president, although it wouldn't be the first time. Grover Cleveland became the 22nd president in 1885. 2 years into his term, 49-year-old Grover married 21-year-old Frances Folsom. And then there was James Buchanan, the 15th president of the U.S., who never got married and was rumored to be in a relationship with William Rufus King. But that's a story for another day.
So you would be the first unmarried president in over 130 years. What are the odds that we would see a wedding in the White House?
I am.
Would you guys like that?
I am worried about where this is going. Is this CNN or TMZ?
During the summer of 2018, Cory met Rosario at a fundraiser.
And we met at that party, and she didn't give me the time of day.
Oh,
she did not.
She threw you shade?
She gave me serious shade.
Uh-huh.
She's denying it over there.
He told the Washington Post that they were at different places in their lives, and there was no love connection between them because he was probably dating someone else at the time. Then, just a few months later, in October 2018, he and Rosario bumped into each other again. Cory said during the night in question, they talked for hours, and when he asked how he could get in touch with her, she gave him her contact information, and they became an item that same month. But Rosario wasn't the only woman in the picture. The same month he got Rosario's digits, Page Six reported Cory was in a relationship with a woman named Shonda Gibson. According to the publication, he and Shonda met back in 2002 when he was running for mayor of Newark, New Jersey. Insiders said Cory had been dating her on and off for years and that he wanted to keep their relationship a secret. But by the time December 2018 rolled around, Cory was all about Rosario. In the following months, they were spotted catching a movie and seeing a Broadway show together. On February 1st, 2019, Cory announced he was campaigning for the Democratic nomination. 4 days later, he told The Breakfast Club,
I'm dating somebody that's really special. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
So Cory Booker got a boo.
I got a boo.
You must not read the blog, Charlamagne.
Although he didn't mention her name. Rosario wasn't holding back, though. In March 2019, she confirmed their romance to TMZ and called Cory a wonderful human being. People were shocked because just 1 year prior, Rosario had seemingly come out to the world in an Instagram post where she encouraged her, quote, fellow LGBTQ homies to keep strong in the face of adversity. Were they really in love, or was this a PR relationship to make Cory look like a more suitable candidate? A journalist for Politico website broke things down in a 2019 essay by writing, "Matrimony is still seen as the normal state of a responsible adult, and under most circumstances, we want our presidents to seem normal and responsible." In what was seen as an effort to erase any doubts about the motives behind his new relationship, Cory began talking about Rosario just as much as he was talking about his political aspirations.
She is an incredible girlfriend. I'm very lucky to be in a relationship with someone who is just so incredibly special.
He went from simply referring to Rosario as his boo to telling People magazine that Rosario's nurturing spirit taught him how to love more fearlessly. Months later, during an appearance on RuPaul's talk show, Cory teased that he might be a married man by the time he's sworn into office. He even asked Ellen DeGeneres if she would agree to officiate their nuptials. Although he and Rosario were constantly talking about their romance in interviews, they were rarely seen together. And by the time they hit the one-year mark in October 2019, they were experiencing some scheduling conflicts.
I call him Cap, but Cory sends me a song every day that we're not together. And it's like stuff like that that's just sort of like, he's so romantic.
Cory was busy preparing for the debates, while Rosario was promoting her fashion line, filming projects, working as a board member for a Latino voting rights organization, and taking care of her daughter. She told the Washington Post they tried to coordinate their travel schedules so they could meet up at various hotels near the airports. Cory told reporters it has made for great adventures of, making 7 hours together be magical. Rosario managed to make it to Cory's October 2019 debate and planned on joining him on the campaign trail the following month. She also revealed they had discussed having children together. As they shared more information about their romance, Cory's numbers in the polls improved. However, he failed to qualify for the 6th debate and suspended his campaign in January 2020. Was their election season fling over? Not quite, although the pandemic caused more issues for them. In April 2020, Rosario told ET Online they were quarantining separately because she needed to dedicate her time to taking care of her father, who was recovering from surgery after being diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. She added that she and Cory had plans to reunite in the summer, but even that was up in the air. She stated both of her parents were high risk, so she really wanted to play it safe for as long as possible so she wouldn't expose them to the virus. After going 4 months without seeing each other, Rosario told People magazine she was packing up and moving into his home in New Jersey. Cory loved having Rosario around, and he told Wendy Williams during an October 2020 interview that at the age of 51, it was the first time he'd ever lived with a woman. Cory won his New Jersey Senate re-election in November 2020. And as the holidays approached, many people wondered if he was ready to take their relationship to the next level.
Will there be a diamond under the tree?
Oh, I hear what you're saying. No, not for me, no. But
Rosario accompanied Cory to the January 2021 inauguration, and 10 months later, in November 2021, Marie Claire magazine reported the couple had called it quits after 3 years of dating. RRG searched for other publications that confirmed the breakup, but as of this video, it looks like Marie Claire is the only credible magazine that has reported the news. If their relationship is indeed over, we wouldn't be surprised. This romance felt a little forced from the start. Wouldn't you agree? Let us know your thoughts on Cory and Rosario's relationship, and thanks for watching RRG.